Hey everyone, thank you so much for waiting and thank you so much for joining in for another talk, another live session with Can Immigration. I know a lot of people have been contacting us, being in touch with us because last 2 weeks we were not able to come on live sessions because there is a particular reason, guys. It's not because we were not preoccupied. It's because of the number of invitations, and
it's going crazy. It's going crazy.
It's going crazy. I mean, if you can see the bags under Vishnu's eyes, you can understand.
I was supposed to wear the goggles.
You can understand how much of work everything is happening right now. But I mean, it's good thing, right? I mean, even if you have to sacrifice a lot of it, sleep and family time, yeah, but still, we are happy because at least it's for someone else, and someone else is gonna be getting impacted because of that.
Last 2 weeks, we did almost 32 applications. So 14 days, 32 applications. It's pretty heavy, but bad. Still, I said, it's always good because at the end, after 3 to 4 months, when the approval comes, after this, we are going to do approval videos, and there are 7 approval videos. So when we call them, trust me, that happiness is literally a blessing. So no, going on, that's why I said I was supposed to be a little bit shy to come today, but no, good, all good.
All good. I mean, when we're thinking that, okay, it's about to get done, and that's when another draw comes in, and such a happy draw today for healthcare. With 4,000, how many invitations?
4,000.
4,000 invitations, and that was a good draw. And yesterday they started the new draw for the doctors. Good news is 6,000 invitations for Express Entry. I think, Vishnu, your sleep is gone for the next 1 month. But
the weekends are gone. It's not weekends. It's only for weekdays for me at this point.
All right. And we do have a couple of people joining in from Instagram as well. Hey, guys, thank you so much for joining in. If you want to, today's topic of discussion is going to be based on the category-based draws. That has been the hottest news in immigration right now. There's so much of questions, so much of commotions happening, and people are having so many questions. So if you're joining in Instagram, make sure you can join in. Even in our stories, the link is going to be there for the live sessions. You can join in right now. We're about to begin. We'll be here for another 1 hour. Hopefully, we have a lot of questions that all of you guys have given us. We have taken those as an input. We're going to ask those questions to Vishnu, as well as we do have a couple of questions on a general basis. We'll be asking each and every one of them. And Vishnu, it's going to be a roller coaster today. I hope you're ready, and I hope you have your coffee as well.
I'm always away from caffeine, but today I need it. Otherwise, I would be sleepy during the live. So yes, so if anyone on live, jump on our YouTube, Can Immigration YouTube page, because there is something where you can ask your questions, and you will be getting all the information you needed about this new category-based Express Entry draw. I should not use the word new. It should be updated version 3 category-based Express Entry draw. I know a lot of questions, a lot of concerns are there. Let's start with all the hope that at the end of this live, you will have all the information what you needed to understand that how you can get a PR in 2026.
Let's go. I mean, first of all, I just want to give a shout out to a lot of people who have joined in, like Akshaya, we have Divya, we have Nayan, we have Akshay. Guys, thank you so much for joining in. And I know a lot of you guys are a frequent joiners who come in don't even miss out any of the sessions. Make sure you comment on all of the videos, like all of the videos, guys. Thank you so much for your support. It's because of what you guys do that we are able to reach out to a lot of people and help a lot of people with regards to immigration.
Today itself, sorry to cut you, but today itself, my inbox are full of messages that thank you, sir, we received an invitation. Just because you told me to do IELTS and improve my score, they did that, and they were waiting for the healthcare draw, and they got it. Most of the draws, most of the messages, it was saying that I was supposed to change the province. I was supposed to enroll for French, and today I got my invitation. Wow. So happy for that. This small information, what we are trying to spread through our social media, really that is impacting a lot of Can family members, and thank you for being part of it.
All right. I was going through Instagram today. I think I was planning to send a video to someone, and one of the videos I put up as a story was one of the predictions that we did in October 2024 about the NOC code for cook as well as the pharmacy assistant being removed. And I know that video did go a little bit viral, and it did create a lot of havoc for a lot of people, because a lot of people were dependent on these two knock codes. And now, yesterday, after the draw, after the new category-based new version was introduced, we see that the cook has been removed, but the
No,
farmers.
I'm really happy. I'm really happy. I really wish that cook would also be there. I would be more happy. But again, not in trade. Because trade was specific. Okay, you can say that cook is a skilled job.
Yeah, probably in agriculture or something would have been a still more better option. But here, trade,
There need to be a separate, like as per me, there should be a separate session for business. Where the cook or the managers or the financial sectors, those knock codes where, again, Canada need those kind of a knock codes in the food industry, service industry, that's supposed to be there. Because if Canada immigration started to ignore the food sector and service sector, what we see in the recent category-based expression draw, trust me, everyone will be just going as a PSW or a pharmacy assistant. There will be no one who will be working in the food industry. And already in 2025, there are a lot of food businesses which is getting closed because they are not getting labor, they are not getting cook, they are not getting staff. So again, I believe there would be something which will be coming up in the future. But as of now, food industry, service industry, white collar job, or any kind of managers or supervisors, not a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, pharmacy assistants still remains, so that's a good news for a lot of people. Yeah. Anyways, even when you were talking about managers, that has been one of the new streams that has been introduced as well. So there's a lot of, I think Canada is trying to filter out a lot of good potential people, and they're just trying to keep them and filter out all of those people, and then make it easier for them. Let's go into a couple of questions, Vishnu, that I got regarding the whole category-based questions. Now this big announcement came about what category-based draws. Can you differentiate for the people what is the difference between category-based or Canadian experience class or foreign work experience like FSW? There's so many classes. Can you just give a brief about how do we separate, or how do I know what is what?
Okay, so let's make it simple. Okay, Express Entry, it's a very big umbrella. It's like someone doing engineering. If you know about engineering, then you ask, okay, what sort of engineer you are, right? Same thing, when you're looking into Express Entry, under the Express Entry, there are subcategories are there. Starting from Canadian experience class, that means if someone do have a more than 1 year of continuous or accumulated experience, more than 150 hours of experience, that person can qualified into CEC. FSW, where you need to have a 1 year of continuous work experience from back home experience. So not in Canada, outside Canada, then they will get qualified into FSW. There used to be FST, like the Federal Skilled Trade Stream, which is right now, which we see that suspended in Ontario, now no more 600 draws. That is the one. The fourth one is like a Express Entry PNP. So in every provinces, there is a Express Entry PNP. In Ontario, we can call it as a human capital based PNP, where the individuals don't need any kind of employer support, but if you are under the finance, healthcare, or skilled, you get 600 points.
Okay.
Then there comes a category-based Express Entry draw, which is introduced in 2024, and in 2026, this is a version 3 of the knock code, which every year changes the knock code or updated the knock codes, depending upon if you're falling under one of the category, if you have worked for more than 1 year in 2026, under that particular knock code, you don't need to meet the highest CRS point as a CEC. Good, okay. And the last and most important is the French. The French speaking category was also under the Express Entry, where if someone do have an NCLC level 7, usually used to get a 600 point. So these are the subcategories of Express Entry, where every stream has its own sort of eligibility, and anyone and everyone who get qualified into one of the eligibility can get qualified and can expect the invitation. At the same time, if you get qualified into CEC, you may get qualified into FSW, a person can get qualified into category base, a person can get qualified into PNP Express Entry base. So it all depends upon the knock code, how long the person is working, what is the background, and what stream is getting picked up.
Age, and so many factors.
Yeah, so it's basically for Express Entry, 4 factors are important: age, education, experience, and IELTS.
Okay. I think that I know, like, because yesterday we were trying to make the video about the category-based draw, and there was so much of like categories which you need to qualify for. So one of the biggest questions that I have heard is, if someone is if someone is planning to apply for category-based draws, do they have to be eligible for the express entry as
Yes.
well?
So that's a minimum requirement that, like you might have heard last year that everyone was saying, I just need a 6 months of experience as a cook or 6 months of experience as a PSW. I'm just gonna create a profile. Can you create my profile? And we say no, you need 1 year of experience. Whereas there are individuals who have a back home experience of more than 2-3 years of experience. To them, we used to say that, okay, you have a 6 months of experience. If you have a good score in IELTS, you can create your profile. The difference is if someone already have an experience from back home or having another Canadian experience, they may get qualified into CEC or FSW, because only after you get qualified into one of a express entry path, if you have a eligibility under one of the NOC code in 2026, 1 year of experience, then only you are qualified under the category-based express entry draw. So to everyone, if you are targeting towards a category-based express entry draw, the first thing is you need to get eligible under the CEC, Canadian Experience Class, or foreign work experience. Depending upon your profile, you can look into that. And after that, if you have a 1 year of continuous or accumulative experience under one of the NOC code, which is under category base, definitely that is like butter on the cream at this point. That you will get qualified into CEC and the category based express entry draw, but also you can get qualified into other express entry streams too, where the candidates don't have to depend upon employers. It's simple, straightforward.
Okay. One more question to add. No, one more thing to add into is that when we looked into the last couple of versions, it only mentioned 6 months of experience, but right now it says 1 year as a minimum for most of the categories, I believe. Do you think that is it this whole change that came in, is it to make it simpler or easier, or is it because there people started misusing the 6 months of?
The last word which you use, that is something the reason for that, misusing. So to be very honest, okay, everyone was started to do the PSW course to just get a 6 months of experience, and after that the individual can leave the particular job. Now when it is 1 year, not only in 1 year you have to stick with an employer and you need to work, but also that is going to give them a professional growth in that. Also, one thing which I noticed is, one is negative is definitely that from 6 months it made 1 year. But now if someone have a 1 year of experience, for example as a PSW, that particular individual not only get qualified into CEC, but also the person get qualified into category based express entry draw, but also the individual can get qualified into express entry based PNPs in that province. So it is like with one thing you can have 3 different options open, and having more genuinity that you have to work for a longer period of time. Whereas I see it is a little bit more easier that now you don't need a continuous work experience. So for example, someone used to work as a PSW, then suddenly unfortunately the job was lost. So then the person used to have another 6 months of experience continuous. But now it is not needed. If someone have 5 months of experience, another place the person go and have a 7 months of experience, both of them can collide, and that can make a 1 year of experience.
That's great. Okay. Yeah, because I think that 6 months initially, we used to have a lot of questions about the 6 months. Like, hey, if I just work for 6 months, can I start applying for express entry? So many questions.
But now it is not there.
Yeah, now that kind of like they even cleared it out and made it easier for us as well.
True.
All right. Let's go to a couple of questions. I'm here just going through the live chat. Guys, a lot of the questions are I was just having a glimpse of it, and I did feel like there were a lot of similarities. So we'll just summarize most of the questions, but we'll just go ahead with one of the questions. Is from Akshay. It says, "Hey Vishnu, this is Akshay. I just got an invitation to healthcare today. However, I only completed 5 months of experience in pharmacy. Should I proceed with this?"
Okay, very good question, Akshay. I see, like when I reach here in the live about to start, the Can Immigration inbox is already full with one similar questions that someone has only 5 months, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months of experience only under the particular NOC code, and they have received an invitation. Guess what? It can be a technical glitch. As per the regulation version 3 of the current healthcare draw, the candidates ought to have a 1 year of experience. So only those applicants who have more than 1 year of experience accumulative are getting qualified into this stream. The invitation which is received, so for example, if you only worked for 4 months, or in Akshay, in your case, you only had a work experience for 5 months, if you receive the invitation, first thing, it is just because that you have created a profile where you might have put the start date of your experience 6 months before. So you might have started full time from September, but I believe you have put that as an August. So August, September, October, November, December, January. So January, the person complete the 6 months. That's when February you receive the invitation, which is technically a misrepresentation. You only has to consider the months when you worked full time. So for example, if someone started working on 10th of August, that's fine. The person can able to consider that August as a full month as a working. But if the same time if someone started working on, sorry guys, but if same time if someone started working on 24th or 28th of August, then that particular individual has to create a profile saying that September as a first month of the work, because that whole month the person worked. But in Akshay's case, definitely you may need to decline the invitation, but my sincere request to you is to call the CIC tomorrow and discuss your case, because now, even though it's a technical error, still it is an error made by the CIC. So better that depending upon your profile, you call the CIC, ask them what's the solution. Because as of now, if draw came after the version 3, they're supposed to send the invitation only to those individuals who have 1 year of Canadian work experience.
Yeah.
But I believe they have updated everything, but they forget to update the draw system, which picks the individual. And it gave the invitation to everyone who have at least like around 6 months of experience. But like I said, like Akshay, there are a lot of CAN family members who are now texting us, to everyone the same thing. Call the CIC, discuss the case with them. Definitely they are going to say that you have to decline the invitation, because as per the version 3, you need a 1 year of Canadian work experience, but only take that decision after calling the CIC. All the best.
All right, perfect. One of the biggest news is about the last version that was introduced was the transport draw as BRAC. Everyone is curious, Vishnu, if you were pretty good with having a score prediction of most for the last couple of draws, and now everyone is curious. So if there is a transportation draw that's going to happen, what do you think is your score prediction of how much?
450 around.
Okay.
Let me tell you the reason why I'm saying that. The 450 I'm recommending based upon if the invitation come around like 4 to 5,000. Because the knock codes which are there in transportation, it's not a general knock code. So last year, if you remember, we have always said that the STEM category may have a IT jobs. Unfortunately, it's not there. But the transportation supposed to come back, and it came. But one thing which I noticed in transportation, they have removed the drivers. Because now that is the one of the knock code which has a lot of applicants. So they have removed it, but they have kept the knock code which is essential in transportation in the sector. So if we are looking into it, there are less competition, score will go below around 450. But once again, the higher the score, the better. But 450 around is a decent score this year for education, healthcare, even for skilled trade or the transportation. Just because the knock code which is selected this year in 2026 is really apt, and not many individuals are working in it.
Okay. Vishnu, in your words, can you explain what are the different streams and how a person can be eligible for different streams in the category based?
There are, just let me make it simple, okay? Go to, again, do it by yourself, because every stream has its own eligibility. I can tell you the general thing which is needed, which we have already posted in yesterday's reel, right? With this face is there. So he's explaining about the points, which is important. Technically, that was something which we did intentionally, that each and every key point we have discussed. But in short, if someone wanted to get qualified into category-based express entry draw, few things to be noted. First, 1 year of experience. So it can be continuous, it can be 4 months, 4 months, 4 months. Everything is fine. Second, the person need to have under the knock code, one knock code. So if someone started working as a PSW for 6 months, another 6 months the person work as a pharmacy assistant. Sorry, that person is not qualified under the category base. The person need to have a one knock code continuous or a accumulative experience. Third, only selective knock code. That means you need to be very careful with selection of the knock code. One of the major mistake what I've seen is some of the students try to push themselves into a knock code just to somehow get qualified into the category base. But knock code is depending upon the duties, their lead statement, and the employment requirement. So that is most important. So if you are doing that, then an individual can get qualified into this category-based express entry draw. But there are around 4 to 5 different streams are there, where it's specifically for those individuals who have experience only inside Canada. So once again, if anyone have an experience, most of the people, if I say right now, anyhow from outside Canada, PR is not possible. Only if you have an experience within Canada, then the PR is possible. except if someone is working, for example, in Oman, UAE, India, Philippines, China as a healthcare worker or in a education sector. Yes, PR is possible, but still the score they need is more than 460 as of now.
Okay. All right. And I was just wanting to let the people know one more thing is, guys, for today's live, we have our main focus of topic is the express entry and the category-based draws. I know a lot of you guys got the invitations for INP, so we do have options for super chat in case if you think that, because we won't be discussing those questions, but if you think that your question is pretty vital and you need an answer today, you can use the super chat option. So that leaves a room for so that for us to give you an answer, and so that we get notified as well. All right, one more. Let's go to another one more question that I hear a lot is. Sorry, I just got lost in a train of thought. Okay, if someone has already applied for the category-based draw right now, can they edit it before they expect another draw? Like basic information, about. I know a lot of people ask. I know we have already spoken about it. Is one of the things where like people who used to work as a cook right now, okay, all of a sudden the cook knock code has been removed. Now they see in the category based draw the supervisor position. Let's say if the supervisor position is in right now, can they switch it into supervisor position?
Okay. Once again, everyone knows the answer of it. It's a misrepresentation. You can do small changes, but the knock code change is something which is technically depends upon the duties. And if you change directly from, for example, in skilled, someone was working as a construction manager and now the person see that tile setter is there. So suddenly from manager, now the person trying to change the knock code to tile setter. You need to be very careful because there is something called as a digital footprint which you are leaving behind, that your knock code you selected initially this and now suddenly you have changed it to tile setter. Don't do that. Please, whenever you create your profile, look into the documentation and based upon the documentation only create the profile, which would be the more ideal situation to avoid any kind of a misrepresentation or a refusal.
I've also heard that people what they do is they delete the existing profile and then they create another one. Do you think that is a good option, or?
I suppose not to give an answer under the law, but yes, you deleting a profile and creating a new profile, it's somewhat much more safer than editing the same profile. Yes.
Okay. All right. Another add-on question to this is, what if we lose the job and then or we getting promoted? No, that is not something that we did out of artificially or something. We did or we didn't do it on purpose or requesting something. It was a promotion that we received, or probably got moved out to a different company. In those cases, when we edit the knock codes, doesn't matter.
Oh, that's fine. So now, but the point is, what's going to happen with this scenario is that now that particular individual need to have a 1 year of continuous work experience. So now, before, what usually the international student used to do is, if the person is working as supervisor and now cook has came, they say that from start they are working as a cook. Okay, but now when you say that from cook now you become a construction supervisor, for example, okay, there is no legal liability, because now if you got a job switch or you used to work as a laborer but now you get a tile setter position, from now onwards if you are changing that, okay, now you are becoming a tile setter, that's possible. Okay, but now the hidden truth is, if someone start working from today onwards, February onwards, if the person need 1 year of experience, that person is going to complete 1 year of experience by next January. Version 4 of category based express entry draw supposed to be coming at that point. And then again you will be going into same loop where you again need to change your knock code if your current knock code don't have in the category base. So please, whatever you do, to all the CAN family members, let's just make it very simple, very straightforward, that plan it properly. It's not about that you have to do everything like whatever is current trend is, like running behind going healthcare. It's not something which you have to be looking into. You need to look into what are the other options you have. Because if you start a job now, take this in writing, 1 year of experience, that means 2027, the version category based express entry draw is not for you if the same knock code is not there in 2027. So please be very careful before you make that kind of a harsh decision.
All right, we have one super chat question, so let's just address it. It's from Nitin Verma. He's asked, I'm an aircraft maintenance engineer apprentice. Can I expect an IT even with CRS score of 465, continuous 2+ years with the same company and NOC?
So let me tell you one thing. This year you should be PR. Again, this is just my basic understanding, and on that basis, I'm giving you this probability because you are working in one of the NOC code, and like I said, just starting off this live, that it is under the skill trade. The trade draw right now is very specific with those NOC codes where I don't see too much of competition. So yes, this year you should be getting your invitation, and once you get an invitation, I'm really looking forward for a message from you saying that you got an invitation. All the best, bro.
Okay, we have another follow-up question to the the question we addressed before is that I got an ITA, but I have only 8 months of experience in pharmacy assistant job. Should I accept it?
Okay, so same thing. Please call the CIC, get a confirmation, but as per the regulation goes, you have to decline the invitation, otherwise your application will be refused. But again, this is something which CIC did a mistake. They did a technical fault. So better to go and call the CIC first and then make a decision. But if it is any for my clients, I would be 100% declining the invitation, just because I know for a fact in version 3, the regulation is very clear that you need a 1 year of experience. If anyone has less than 1 year, 12 months of experience, I would be personally declining the invitation. But again, if you have created profile by yourself, call the CIC and then make a decision.
All right, one more last question of Lalita is, wait, I can't find the question. Sorry. Wait, where did the question go?
I need a coffee. Sorry for that.
My bad, please.
So guys, if you have to reach till here, till the time he's finding a next question, do like, subscribe, and do share the live or the information what we put on our social page with your friends and family, because our motive is there to make the immigration stress-free. And definitely I believe by watching this live or watching our content, what we usually post on social media, definitely it is positively influencing a lot of CAN family member. And we really wish that our family keep on growing like the way how it is. And each and everyone who is following us should be PR very soon.
Well, we have probably a special announcement at the end of this thing, but we'll see.
Waiting for that.
Okay, let's go. The question was, what would be the next expected CEC draw? The question is, can we expect another draw in this month?
Oh yeah, definitely. So not this month. It would be like at least 2 weeks. This time the draw happened in 3 weeks. So give it like 1 month. The next draw should be around 506, 507. Again, I have explained this in one of our video before, that around 505, there are a lot of people who are sitting. Above 505, there's very limited number of individuals. So the next draw, it should be above 505. But again, if we see that a big draw of 8,000 and 10,000, definitely the score can come even to 502, 503. But with the current trend of 4,000 to 6,000, next draw can be around 506, 507.
Because even right now, there's a lot of, as many invitations have been happening, there's a lot of people who are creating the profiles as well. I think there was a statistics which was released recently which says almost 6,000 to 7,000 new profiles have been created in Express Entry.
But let me tell you one thing. Interesting fact, that if someone created 6,000, 7,000, among that around 30 to 40% would be the fake or the profile which is just created to test that whether they have that much of score or not. A lot of people, even those individuals who are receiving the invitation, for example, right now, healthcare draw happened, 4,000 invitation. As per the statistics, only around 60 to 70% individual even be eligible for that. Rest of the draw, the rest of the invitation literally get wasted, or it would be like returned just because they don't qualify for it, or they try to do misrepresentation and somehow they wanted to make the score of that much. And one of the classic example is a lot of individuals who are sitting around more than 505 point as of today, they might have started doing an online experience from back home. To CAN family, everyone know, when we recommend that yes, you can able to claim the online experience, being in Canada, working for abroad, we look into the documentation, genuinity, and we make the proper application while submitting. That's why we have not received any refusal yet, touch wood. But now the point is, a lot of people are now communicating who received a refusal, misrepresentation, even ban, just because they have tried to get influenced by some ghost consultant or unfortunately, immigration consultants and lawyers, those who promote to do an online experience, but they don't do a proper application to prove the genuinity of the experience. And that's why application is getting refused. So please, if you are the one who's creating your profile, like I recommend you, look into the documentation, and if your documents are proper, then surely you should create your profile. But without looking the documents, if you're creating your profile, you are taking a big risk of getting refused, stress, PFL, or even misrepresentation can be the result.
Awesome. All right. That's a good breaker.
I just went to my
Let's go.
consultation mode.
All right. And Nitin and even Neil, I hope you guys got your answers. Vishnu, another
So
question.
if you got an answer, give me thumbs up. If you're liking our live, give a heart.
Guys,
likes.
41 people are watching and we just have 7 likes. Guys.
Please,
Come on.
if you getting your answer, please give a like, give your feedback, because it is very important for us so that we can improve ourselves.
Let's go. All right. Can someone qualify for 2 category-based streams at one single time?
Oh yes. I have a candidate very proudly who qualified into 3 streams.
Ooh.
The person who is from back home in IT profession, so 2023 the person came to Canada, already worked in IT profession at 2221 in Cognizant. Then that person started to work in as a PSW, okay, in a group home, where again 33102 don't need a license or background. Anyone and everyone can be able to work under 33102. While working under 33102, the person did some kind of a course, like early childhood care education kind of a course from BC. In BC, again, one of the loophole, you can literally able to do the early childhood care education kind of a assistant kind of a course within 2 to 3 months. So this particular individual, he's from Sri Lanka, hyperactive. So he did IT. With consultation, he started working at 33102. And while doing a 33102 job, he did a certification course from BC. He literally went to BC, get the exam and everything, got it. And then he started to work as an early childhood educator in YMCA. Guess what? He received an invitation while he was working as a YMCA for 8 months. He got an invitation under the healthcare. So that particular individual is my one classic example where one person was getting qualified into 3 different streams, but got an invitation under the healthcare in 2025. So anyone can get qualified into any number of streams depending upon the eligibility.
Okay. Another question is, I'm looking into the questions and a lot of people have the same question, is like how we have a general pattern of express entry draws that can come in 2 to 3 weeks, right? For category based draws, do we think we can expect a similar pattern?
No, never. Don't even expect anything, okay? Okay, so whenever I say something, okay, always remember, Can family, I am telling you my point of view, and definitely there would be conflicting thoughts or conflicting recommendations. I appreciate everyone's recommendation, but like I said, when I tell you something, I literally recommend or I literally suggest the things based upon the statistics. So for example, in 2024, if you are looking into when the category based express entry draw was introduced, there was 3 to 4 draws of each stream. In 2025, the highest draw was for healthcare and education sector only. But this year, let me be very honest, this year there will be education draw, trade draw, all the draws which is in the category. You will see everything, at least 1 to 2 draws for sure, just because this time if you notice, the immigration in Canada has planned very well that they really need this kind of a knock codes. But yes, if you see, there would be more draws for healthcare and education sector and trades, because these 3 are essential when we are looking into the economic status of Canada. These knock codes are the representation of that, how Canada will be built their future. So, but again, there is no hard and fast rule that these many draws will be coming, but yeah, we can expect at least around 3 to 4 draws for healthcare, education and trade, and rest everything at least 2 to 3 draws for sure.
Like main question is, a lot of people have questions about STEM and transport.
Transport, definitely, I believe 1 draw or 2 draw would be, but once again, like I said, I am just like you guys. This is very new stream which is there, but as per my understanding, when I looked into the knock codes, it's very rare knock codes. Whenever there is a rare knock code, the score drops very low. Second, there can be more opportunity, but again, it depends upon how many draws they are gonna contact. It's totally on the CIC. So I don't want to create a rumors on that. 1 draw, for sure, it should be, I'm expecting for that. But I would recommend you guys, if you guys really wanted to get a PR, don't wait for long. if you have a proper knockout job, create your profile. And most important thing is, just creating a profile is never going to get you the PR. You need to look into your CRS point. Like I said, 460 points around is good. But if someone is just sitting on the 460 point, he may need to wait, or she may need to wait till end of this year. But at the same time, if you focus on your English proficiency, rather than focusing on your French, and your score go around 480, you may need to just wait for a couple of months. And the same thing what happened recently for the healthcare. Those individuals, like I have a client who's sitting from last 1 year around 450 points. He got married to a RPN, and now she got a PNP nomination. But I am recommending him from last 1 year. I have created his profile 2 times now. I recommended him to do the IELTS, and every time he say that, yeah, I will try. And as of today, he has not received his PR, and he's working as a RPN. And he believed that the PNP is the only route. Whereas his colleagues, his friends, everyone got already the invitation. They may already a PR because they all worked on their IELTS. So to all the Can family, if you want to get your PR, understand that basic English proficiency can get you the PR. Other than focusing on moving the province or spending money or learning French, again, I'm not against of any of those, but please do something what you can do before you go for extensive measures.
Okay. All right. Too much.
Let's
Yeah, let's go. No, I think we're also hitting the time because we have a couple of emergency consultations as well. But we're going to just wrap up a lot of these questions that we have. We have Krishna Priya who has asked, "Hey Vishnu, I worked with an employer as a PSW for 8 months, but my employer is ready to give me an employer letter for 12 months. But I only once lived for 8 months. Does that work?"
Krishna Priya, your employer is really sweet, really kind, really supportive, but please don't do that. You have to complete your 12 months of experience, working for 30 hours per week at least. Even if you work less hours, that is fine. You can still able to contribute towards 1,560 hours. And if you get qualified into CEC, yes, automatically you can get qualified into the category-based draw. But other than that, please don't do misrepresentation. All the best. You should be PR this year. Just focus on your CRS point. It should be around 460 plus. All the best.
All right. Another big news that no one got to know was that the agriculture stream has been taken out and the butcher has been added into the trade.
Same thing.
Yeah. So now, are we expecting higher CRS score draws for trade because the butcher has been added into this?
Okay. So now let me just ask you, Arvind, how many friends you have who is working as a butcher?
Probably 2.
2, right? Think that's the answer. That butcher, or like again, whenever we say butcher, there is a knock code. It's not a tier 4 knock code. It's a tier 3 knock code butcher what we are talking about, and not a lot of people are working into that particular sector. So the butcher, even if it is get added into trade, there is not that much of competition, because trust me, a lot of people who used to work as a butcher, they must have left the job after 6 months of experience. Trust me, like I said, I have came across so many profiles where the individuals are started to leave their job after 6 months of experience, and now today they are thinking that, oh, I would have worked for 1 year, then I would have qualified into this category-based express and draw. So please, anyone and everyone who is having 1 year of experience and your knock code is there, all the best. The only thing you have to look into is to boost your CRS point as much as it can.
Another question that we have received is, I know we have done a lot of videos about this as well, but just for the general information for all the people watching in it is, if I worked casual but I did get full-time hours, if I worked part-time but if I did full-time hours, or if I'm only getting 25 hours a week, can I be still eligible for these category-based draws?
Yes, that is definitely you can. So even if you work for 20 hours or 15 hours a week, you may need to work for 2 years to complete that 1,560 hours. But if someone is a casual, part-time, on-call, contract, full-time, like temporary or anything, title doesn't matter. Anyone and everyone who's working for more than 30 hours per week, technically that is going to be considered as a full-time job for immigration. First thing. Second, even if you're working for less than 30 hours per week, where you can get qualified with a 12 months of experience, you may need to work for 13 or 14 months. 1 or 2 months extra to complete that 1,560 hours. Still, you guys can qualify into the category-based express entry draw.
Okay.
Simple, sweet.
That's good. Another question. Now that the cook has been removed from the trade draw, do you think the trade CRS cutoff is going to go down a little bit?
Yes, definitely. Like I said, 460, anyone sitting around 460 around is good. But it doesn't mean that you have to be satisfied with that. No, Vishnu said that 460. Please, like I'm just repeating myself, try to go as much as you can in your CRS point. Higher your score, the better chances of getting a PR.
Okay, another question is Worky. From Worky has a question. Is there any chance for dental technician to be included in the healthcare category next year?
I wish, but again, if it comes, you will also know, I will also know, but it is next year, man. Right now, we are just on a second month of 2026. After 10 months, what's going to happen? Let's wait and watch. But yeah, right now, if you're looking for your PR, still, if you are working as a dental assistant, try to improve your CRS point, try to gain an experience, try to boost your CRS point so that you will be a PR. All the best, Worky.
And for all those people who have worked as managers in higher tier CEO positions back in India or in their home countries, can they apply for those senior manager or like category based stars?
So there are two things which is very important. One, you need to have a continuous 1 year of experience. Second, it has to be within 3 years. But now the condition is most of the people who came here and studied for 2 years and having a 1 year of Canadian work experience, mostly they don't even have a complete 1 year of experience in last 3 years. Before the 6 months it was, might be there are individuals who may get qualified after 1 year of CEC in any tier 0, 1, 2, 3. But now because it is made 1 year, it's very rare to have someone who studied for 2 years and still have a 1 year of foreign work experience. But let me tell you one most important thing. Those not good in manager, it's not that common.
Okay.
So now the next thing which you're going to see is a lot of people will be going under misrepresentation. Once again, because they are forgetting that they have already submitted all the documents for study permit. And now suddenly if they say that now they are managers back home, they have an experience. But CIC knows everything. So please don't go into misrepresentation. Go through any legal immigration consultant and lawyer. Just review your documents and plan out your strategy to get a PR rather than believing the rumors or TikTok tips. Please stay away from that.
Okay. All right. For a question from Richa is a pretty good question. Is if someone's work permit is expiring in an year, is it a good option that they start looking into these category-based draws? Because now it requires at least you to have 1 year of continuous experience. Now, is it a good option that they look into that option, or should they maybe look into different options for that?
Okay, so to Richa, today I did a consultation where the person having around 11 months of experience from back home, 2 years of experience as a welder. Okay, he called me and said that he received an invitation on the PNP and he wanted to go through the PNP route. I recommended him to go for a vacation in India for 1 month, okay, and try to get CLB 9. So now the point is, even though the welder is there in a trade, if he would have gone for a 1 month of vacation to India, he would have completed his 1 year of complete experience from back home, which would have added 26 points. And on top of that, if anyone who have a degree, 1 year of experience from back home, 2 years of experience here and CLB 9, the CRS point is around 520. This person would have received a PR last year. But again, like I said, Richa, if you are the one who is looking to get a PR, please look into your profile, because most of the profile which I see during a consultation, they may not even need to go under the priority sector if you do have a prior experience. So if someone have any sort of experience from back home, okay, tier 0, 1, 2, 3, a person is working here as a cook. Now they don't have to be depressed saying that, no, I will not get a PR because cook is not there in category base. Man, you don't need it.
Yeah.
Because if the person have a cook 1 year of experience and get CLB 9, that individual is sitting around 505 points. Right now the score is 508. Wait for 2-3 months, the score would be 505. So please, there are many ways to get a PR. Don't just make yourself constrained with that. No, this is the only option. Talk to any legal immigration firm, lawyer who can review your file and can tell you better plans to get a PR rather than just depressing and taking some decision which you may not even need it. Richa, think about it. All the best.
Okay, guys, we are in the last couple of minutes of the live. I think most of the questions that we did get, we were able to answer. There are a couple of questions which I would like just want to go through.
Okay, let's go with a rapid round. No more too much of explanation.
Okay.
My team always say that. But please, if you are liking our video, do like, subscribe, and share the reel with your friends, because I really want that, like you, everyone should get that information which really make them understand that how easy is immigration. All the best.
All right. One of the questions that is, I think most of the questions is when can we expect the next trade draw, stem
Guys,
draw?
my name is Vishnu, but I'm not a god. No, like I can just wait for it. Again, you will receive it. But yes, you have to wait. No one in this world can tell you exactly when we will draw, except respected Prime Minister or the Honorable like Immigration Minister.
Okay, another question. I think is a good question again. Is for the spouses who are in the spousal open work permit, who hasn't like studied here in Canada, can they apply for category-based draws?
Yes. Today I did an appointment. Today we had a beautiful appointment, and like those are the appointments which literally end with a note that, oh, I would have got a PR last year. So yes, if your spouse is working under one of the category-based draw, tell your spouse to do the IELTS and they can become a primary applicant. At the same time, they can do PNP, RNIP, RCP, anything. It all depends upon the eligibility criteria. So it doesn't matter that only the primary applicant who is studied here can get a PR. Even a dependent can get a PR. All the best.
Okay, another question. How, like, you know, how there's so many dependencies when you come to a PNP application, like the employer or I think the location, the number of people working in the company. When it comes to category-based draws, are there many dependencies that we have to expect?
Nothing. And that is a beauty, and that's why I always recommend everyone to look for express entry-based PR pathways, because in express entry PR pathways, you don't have to depend upon employer, you don't have to spend money, you don't have to go with a long processing, you don't even have to pay any immigration firm, including me I'm talking about at this point. You can literally do by yourself, and you just need to ask the experience letter from your employer, which is very simple, very straightforward. And again, if you guys can do your work permit application, why don't you guys try to do your express entry application? Do it. On YouTube, there are a lot of good videos at how to create a profile. You can do it by yourself. All the best.
Okay.
And guys, if you're getting your answers, give a thumbs up. I'd like to see that at last how many likes we are getting. That means that number of people liking our video. Please like to see likes for as a reward for my team who's just making me sit here. I literally wanted to sleep for 2 hours before I start my submission, but they don't allow me.
It's okay. Well, it's for the people. We're doing it.
Always for Can family, anything.
All right. I think I'm pretty much done with the questions. I'm just seeing because most of the questions is a repetition. That's why I don't want to look into it. But do you want to discuss about options about the new the new draw streams that has been introduced? A lot of people have questions about that as well. So
again, the same thing. You fulfill the eligibility. You have 1 year of experience. You guys get qualified. Please don't complicate the process because something new is there. It's very simple, very straightforward. You get a job under one of the NOC code which is mentioned there for 1 year. You go create your express entry profile. You need to be eligible under the CEC or FSW. Automatically you will get qualified into the category based draw. Whenever the draw will come, you will get an invitation. But please note, if you are the one who is now planning to start a new job, this may not even work for you, because by the time you complete your 1 year of experience, the version can change. So please, in 2027, there will be version 4 if the stream is still there. So please plan your immigration mindfully and with proper education and guidance rather than just following the reels. All the best.
All right, Vishnu, I have one question which I got actually during a call with one of the clients I got was, if someone is just completed their studies and is applying for the work permit right now, but they have 1 year of experience in one of the health sectors, can they apply for the category-based draw, or even if for express entry right now itself?
So the experience is during study permit.
While they were back in India or in their home country, they had this 1 year of experience. So they came to Canada, they did a 1 or 2 year program. Now they got into the work permit. With that experience that they have back in India, can they apply even for those category-based roles?
Yeah, definitely. So again, in most of the streams like education, health, transportation, and other like trade stream, you can even have a 1 year of experience from back home or in Canada, it doesn't matter. Same thing, like I have individuals who got under the healthcare, they used to work in UAE as a nurse, came here, they had a master's from back home, they were studying in Conestoga College and London College, and they are not even having a proper job. But just because the back home experience and the good IELTS score, they have received the invitation when the healthcare draw was happened on 462 points. Because someone masters, having a more than 3 years of experience, having a 2 years of education here with CLB 9, the person is sitting around 470 points around.
Okay. Is it mandatory that they need to have a Canadian experience?
No, it's not. Okay, so now, different streams, different categories have different eligibility criteria. There are 4 to 5 categories where it says with Canadian experience. That means with Canadian experience. Wherever it's don't say with Canadian experience, that means without Canadian work experience. Everything and anything, you don't need to have that words there. Just click on one of the circle, whichever you get qualified. There you see the eligibility criteria where it clearly say 1 year of experience accumulative in Canada or outside Canada in last 3 years. So it has to be within last 3 years only. So look into it, guys. It's simple, straightforward. Don't fall into the rumors. That's the only request I have for all the family members.
All right, guys. I hope today's session was pretty informative. I know we did come on a quick note, and a lot of we were able to cover a lot of the questions that we did receive for the last couple of days from I think even from the time this whole new announcement had come.
I have not even touched the Instagram questions. It's too many questions are there, I understand. But again, guys, if you are looking to get an answer, you can even go to our website and book 15-minute consultation if you really wanted. Otherwise, you can call the CIC directly and try to take an answer. Always there are options to get your small questions cleared rather than booking a full appointments. But surely we will be coming with our next video, next live next week. So if your any questions is not answered, 2 options you have. 1, copy your question, put that under the live when we post this video. Definitely all the questions you put there will be answered. Or second, wait for another live next week where we really wanted to cover the PNP, because I see a lot of people have question about the PNP. So we will put a voting by Monday or Tuesday that what should be the next topic. If you're following our Instagram page, you can vote what topics you want. And based on that, Abhin would be the right person who will be deciding which topic will be there. And again, join us and do press the bell icon, because then it will show you the notification whenever we post any Reels video or we start a live.
Or even when we start a live, we get the notification right away.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for being a part of Can Family. If you have any doubts, as Vishnu said, just put it in the comments. We'll try our best to give you the answers. And that's it for now. I hope you guys are enjoying the sun and the winters are going, and wishing you a happy Ramadan as well.
Happy Ramadan to each and every Can family member. Wish you all the best health, happiness, success, and definitely PR in 2026. Take care. Happy weekend.
Bye for now.
Bye.